Well, good morning. Good morning indeed. It is Dynodaze. I am in the office this morning, and my biggest task today is again website work. Thanks for your support on the YouTube videos that we've put up recently. That's been quite cool. We've had a fantastic week already. After a great week yesterday, we've done plenty of work. Great week last week. We've done plenty of work. I've been making YouTube content. I've been extremely happy to be making YouTube content in Uncle Keith's paint shop. I love being in the paint shop with Uncle Keith. Good morning, FN Tube. Yeah, I love being in the paint shop with Uncle Keith. I've seen some really cool stuff and had such a good laugh learning and understanding things. So, yeah, I don't know whether to try. Good morning, Flawless Culture. I don't know whether to just try and do a marathon and see how long I can actually last on a live chat today whilst I'm doing what I need to be doing in here. I've got some packages to do, so I imagine it's not going to be very intense. But I don't know. I might just have you guys on in the background, keeping me company. Yeah, I think that might be something different, a little bit different. See how we get on today. But I hope everyone is well. Hopefully we'll try and get someone in. We'll try and get a special guest on today, whether that be someone who's not doing anything or someone who wants to join the chat. We can have a talk. But generally, I think today is going to be quite relaxed whilst I'm doing what I'm doing, editing some YouTube stuff, and what else I've got to do today. I could organise some paperwork, but that sounds even too boring for me. So I think I'll be drinking some water. Yeah, that's about it really. So I shall be talking cars, talking FN2, talking EP3, talking Mitsubishi Colt CZT, and all the stuff that goes on. So if anyone's got any questions and anyone wants to start or give me a topic, then that would be cool. But generally, yeah, I'm just going to be a bit. I think I'm just going to be a bit relaxed today and get on with what I need to be doing. Feeling very blessed indeed to do exactly what I want to do with myself. It's worth mentioning. It's worth mentioning how much I love just how much I love doing this, how much I love being here. Seen some amazing cars over the years and met some amazing people, made some great friends, made some lifelong friends doing this, and long may that continue. I mean, I'm 42 and I can't see a time or a point where I would ever not be doing exactly what I'm doing now. You know, even as I get older, in 20 years time I'll be 62, and why not just be still sat here doing this, selling parts to cars that I love. And over those next 20 years there'll be new cars that we get into, and new vehicles that we want to love and that we cherish. And as we do that, the cars that we're working on right now will be getting older and older and becoming more classic and becoming more loved and more rare. You know, I mean, we look at the FN2 Honda Civic. To me, it's still very much a modern car. It's, you know, some of them coming in, they look brand new. So, but obviously there is the other end of that spectrum where they're not so well looked after, and those ones will be the first to perish. Same with the Mitsubishi Colt. You know, they're old now. They are old. Some of them come in here and they look brand new, immaculate, untouched, and some come in here and they are ropey. And we have a lot of work to do to keep them on the road. It does keep us young, meeting amazing people along the way. Yeah, I think it's like I say, it's always worth noting that feel very blessed to be doing what we're doing, and I enjoy it. I get out of bed every day, and I can't wait to get here. Even when I've got Facebook morons on my case, I'm still here. I'm still chipper, still doing a bit. Good morning, Gary. Here's limited edition, Gary. How are you, mate?
We're on it, yeah.
Yeah. Limited edition, Gary. And especially, I talk about being blessed, but especially, the other day, I've said this before, the other day, seen that S15 come out of the body shop, seen it come out of Uncle Keith's paint shop, and totally realised the dream that we had created. Resuscitation. It's just time and effort and a bit of love, mate. That's all it is. Always missing the live chats as customer on site. I am. Congrats on the 8K. Oh, thanks, thanks, Dazar. Yeah, yeah, really pleased with that. Really pleased with that. It's it's definitely an achievement. 8,000. Since we said that achievement, we've gained more than another 50 subscribers, and if that continues to roll forward, then maybe we'll get to 10,000 at some point. So good morning, Keith.
Morning, dude.
How are you, mate?
You're live in the Big Brother house. Please do not swear.
Yeah. Hey, Keith, I was just saying, like I said it the other day on the live chat, but when that S15 came out of Uncle Keith's paint shop,
yeah,
I really feel like we'd achieved it. I really feel like I know
we've done something.
I know it's your skill and your talent and your effort, but I really feel like as a whole, as a team, as a paint shop,
yeah, we've had
we were ready.
Yeah, we've had a bit of a rocky start.
We have but a rocky start due to contractors and unsuspected bills. Yeah. Not a rocky start as in we didn't ever know what we were doing.
Oh yeah.
But really, it felt like a struggle to get going.
The things that we didn't have control of.
Yeah,
which is more frustrating.
It is, ain't it?
Yeah.
It is. But it's always the same. Honestly, certainly at Dynodaze, the things that we don't have control of are always the things that we struggle with. But again, this was part and parcel of it. We wanted a paint shop. It was always the dream because Richard can fabricate. We've got a dyno, we can map, we've got a workshop, we've got an office, we've got online sales. We can do everything from start to finish. And it was always painting the engine bays, which was the little bit of a K-swap task that we couldn't do. Now, Keith was always there on a Saturday to help us out, and he'd come in and he'd spray an engine bay up for us, much like in my red Mitsubishi Colt with the K20 engine in it.
Yeah.
Spray that green, didn't we? We were lovely. But it was always the bit that we couldn't do here. And I think it was the dream to have the body shop up and running. And like I say, when that S15 rolled out of the oven and it looked immense, then I really stood back and for a moment paused. I thought to myself, that is happening. That is an achievement. Don't get me wrong. It's an investment. And it's a business. So there's all the things that go with that. There's all the things that go with business, overheads, bills, workload, everything, which is the normal stresses of business. If you want to run your own business, then that's what you get. That is what you get. So you can't really grumble at those things because we can take them in our stride. We know what we're doing. I've been in marketing here, been in customer service there, and we're up and running and we know what we're doing. But it really did feel like when I seen it and it was a glorious day, weren't it? The sunshine. When the sun hit it, and I was like, as a company, we've achieved that, and that is the best car I've ever seen. The prettiest, most beautiful paintwork I've ever seen. And
it helped because it was an S15 as well, didn't it?
It was something JDM as well, didn't it? What a great colour, pearlescent, Nissan pearlescent white. And sometimes you can get all caught up in the business of things, and you can get caught up with the paperwork and the bills, and the tasks that ain't fun, and the long hours and the tiredness and the heat. You can get all caught up with that, and for a split second, you can lose yourself, and it feels like a job, and that's what I'm talking about. When that S15 rolled out of there, it felt like the dream again. It felt like that was what we wanted to do ourselves. And it really refreshed me we are fucking awesome. There's Keith's on his way. But it did. It really refreshed me and it really made me think again. and then you see a couple of beautiful FN2s roll up onto the dyno to get tuned, or a modified Colt CZT, and you're back to where your brain needs to be, which is grateful and excited and blessed and just refresh. That whole it's like a refreshing feeling where you're like you're on it. I hope you understand what I'm talking about, because there's loads of companies out there, and I'm sure they love what they do as well. But I don't know, very humble, very humble, and I just believe that that's a lot of hard work, and someone not meaning any offence whatsoever, the other day said, "Oh, you're well lucky, you are," and I thought to myself, no, there's no luck involved. It's effort. It's the dream. It's pushing forward, having a goal. And I honestly believe that anyone who is thinking about setting up their own business that they're passionate about, do it. Because if you do something that you enjoy. For example, there's people out there that are very, very good detailers. And I always think to myself, okay, now you could charge for that. But there's people out there that can do all sorts of tasks that I can't do. And you just think to yourself, what are you doing working in an office or driving a truck when you should be doing that? That's what you should be doing because you're passionate about it. But there you go. That is how we feel this week. And we've got... Are you making a tea?
I am, mate. It's the new...
I noticed you're making 3. Is one for Gary?
Gary didn't want one.
Oh, is our Richard here?
Well, I'm just prepping one up for Rich. So when he walks in,
he's got one. Is his car in?
I didn't see it when I come in. It might be in. It might be in now.
Oh, it definitely says in this diary. Yeah.
He's off.
It does say it. Oh. No, I know he does that so that he can catch up, doesn't he? He writes that in the diary so he can catch up with stuff. But I don't know.
Yeah, but he was talking yesterday like he was going to do something today.
Or maybe he's going to strip Gary's car today, or something.
I think. Yeah, he was talking like I'll give Gary an hand.
Oh, maybe that's what he's doing. Maybe that's what he's doing.
Okay, I don't know. I mean, he didn't authorise it for me, but that's okay.
Well, I've not had a memo.
Well, when he
gets in,
when he finally turns up, I'll call him in for a meeting and see what he's playing at.
Yeah. Morning, Captain's Vlog. There's someone, Captain's Vlog, very, very talented guy. There's someone that needs to stop messing about and just do what he loves for a living. That's what he needs to stop doing. There you go. Lecture. Morning, Daryl. Hope you're well.
Maybe I'll sack him.
Yeah. Sometimes looking the timing is needed to help a business get off the ground. I totally appreciate that, but you need to start. You need to start. And like I said, captains, here's my glasses. I've been looking for them. You need to start, and it doesn't matter if you go for longevity. It doesn't matter. You just got to start. It doesn't matter whether you're running a YouTube channel or a business. You got to get stuck in, because let's say you missed the last time everything blew up. You're going to get the next time it blows up, because that's what you're doing. You've just got to get stuck in, and you've got to do it. Yeah, totally, man. I understand that, and so I've got friends that have got all sorts of amazing cars, and people think they're lucky. They're not. They've worked insanely hard to get to where they are. Good morning, Paul. Tuesday, yeah, I think Tuesday is. I've got a lot planned today in the back. Thank you. Look at this. This is how good Tuesday is.
Well, I'll put this tea here for Rich.
Uncle Keith has made me a steaming hot cup of tea in my favourite mug.
And it can just go cold.
When I say favourite mug, it's my newest favourite mug, because I've got a Cowbug and Car Diaries mug as well. But I just don't know where that is. So
that's for Rich.
That's for Rich. Okay, he'll see that when he gets in. That's brilliant.
Or it can just go cold like it can.
Yeah. Good morning, O-Track. Hope you're well.
He's going to sack me.
He is going to sack you. He loved that little video clip, didn't he?
Yeah. You're like, why?
What did you do?
What did I do?
Brilliant. Yeah, there's I've just finished editing a Uncle Keith's paint shop video of a Citroen DS3. I think there might be a part 2 to that, because we also might be doing some carbon fibre trims.
Yeah, I've got a look at them this morning.
So that's what Keith's restoring some carbon fibre.
We've got the material.
We've got 2 out. We've got a practice one.
Yeah.
And then there's 16 parts of that kit, isn't there?
But we've got to see if we can.
We've got to see whether we can do it.
If we can get the finish.
Yeah, we've got to get the finish right.
Yeah.
So if Keith can get the finish right and he's happy with it, then that's a job that we're going to go ahead with.
We've got a 16-piece body kit.
16-piece carbon fibre body kit. Yeah. Shalom, Matty. Hope you are well.
See you in a bit, guys.
See you in a bit, Keith. Thanks for popping in, mate. I just heard Rich turn up. I just heard a screaming V8 turn up. Yeah, so some really good news, and this is again close to my heart, is Uncle Keith's Body Shop, or Uncle Keith's Paint Shop, sorry, booked in its first Mitsubishi Colt CZT for a full respray. Now, you guys know I love a Colt CZT, and they are getting tired on the paintwork because Mitsubishi paint's actually pretty appalling. My red Colt would love a full respray, so we will be talking about that at some point in the near future, but much after the brown Colt that I've got is completed. But we've booked in our first Colt CZT for a full respray. Man, I'm gonna be drooling over that. It's a red one, and it's, as you can imagine, it's got lacquer peel, it's got little tiny little scuffs here and there. It's actually a very nice car, but it's not perfect. And Uncle Keith is going to make it perfect. They've picked out some colours. They've picked out bits of metallic flake that they want in it. It's like totally. It's still the same colour, but a different colour. If that makes sense. So it's not the original colour. It's still the same base colour, but it's got all sorts of nice metallic-y bits in. So, and they've custom picked it. So fingers crossed that's going to be. A proper video, because I really love Colts, and I've never had a Colt painted myself, so I'm really looking forward to it. Morning, Jason, my favourite. Hope you're well. I've got some bits and bobs that I'm sponsoring going out in the post today. So I'm sponsoring a Mitsubishi Colt, a short shifter kit to make a video on. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm sponsoring Gareth at Expression Culture, a set of Powerflex bushes. So a bit of research and development going on there. So it might work, it might not. But that's going to be good. He's going to make a video, and that's going to convert into sales for me. So transparency. It's not all about being a charity. It's about getting something for something. But I'm happy to do that. We've got our Owners Club codes for the website going live this week. So whether you've got a FN2 or whether you've got an EP3 or a Colt CZT or Rally Art, there will be a code for you. So all you've got to do is give me a shout, and I'll know who you are and which club you're in. We'll have a chat, and I'll hand you a code, and that's gonna work well. I'm not releasing them as such. If you speak to me personally, you'll get one, but I'm not releasing them as such yet, because I need to make sure that my retail prices on my website are correct before we start handing out discounts. I hope you appreciate that. That's so that I don't make a loss, because that's the opposite of business. Morning, Roger Dodger. How you doing? Good morning to you. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Yes, happy Tuesday. He does make a good cup of tea, Keith. Yeah, so I was thinking about maybe trying to do a marathon. Now, when I first started my lives, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's generally only 10 people in this. There's generally only ever 10 people in here, which is fine. I don't mind that, because people do watch these lives. But I didn't know this. But John at 800 BHP, if you're watching, good morning to you. There are people that watch these lives back later on in the day. There are some people that watch these lives on the train on the way to work in the morning. So what I would say is, if you are watching these videos back later, let me know by dropping a comment on this video and saying when in the day you're watching. Give me a thumbs up, And if you're watching it at night time, when you've got home from work, if you're watching it on your lunch break, let me know. Let me know. Ain't they called Snickers now? Lol. Ain't they called Snickers now? Marathon, like it. Showing your age. Again, showing your age there, Roger. We had this conversation the other day when someone mentioned Michael Fish and hurricanes. And I was like, yeah, you're showing your age. We think at Dynodaze that the actual average age of an FN2 owner is higher than the average age of an EP3 owner, and certainly higher than the average age of a Colt CZT owner. We were trying to do our maths a little bit and work out that generally the FN2 owners, and this is, I don't know whether this is research or whether this is just our perception of things, but generally you get your younger guys that want to work on that want to work on their own car, and they're generally EP3 and Colt CZT owners. Then you get your slightly older guys, older guys like me, that have got your FN2 and your Colt Rally Arts, for example, and they tend to want people to work on their car for them, just the way it is. Defo the FN2 for the older man. I really need to get my FN2 sorted. Again, I think on my list of things to do today, let's make a list. On my list of things to do today, possibly during this marathon, I don't know whether we're going to do it or not. I don't know what mood I'm in, but I have to order the FN2 parts that I need for my rear beam. Now, I've got my rear beam in. I've got a rear beam which was donated. Get this. Mark FN2 donated me a whole rear beam that he'd had treated. He was going to use it as a spare, and he donated it to me to get me back on the road. And for that, Mark, I love you. But yeah, he donated that to me. So Arkeith's painted it. He stone chipped it black, so it looks fresh. We've put a hard race bush in it. Now that goes on the actual bar that runs through the inside of the rear beam, and it looks like it just fixes it in place and stops it from moving around as much. So I've got no experience of that part. I haven't sold one of those parts before, so we're testing it. But yes, and so I'm going to take the Powerflex rear beam bushes out of my existing rear beam that's on the car. I'm going to get some new wheel bearings, and I'm going to get some new ABS sensors. I'm old and like to work on my car, but know my limits when to get the experts in. Yeah, tell that to Matty. Tell that to Matty. Honestly, guys, right? I don't tend to work on my own car, and the reason for that is I've got Richard, and he's my mate, and he's the best. He's literally the best. So I can spend all my time. Something that would take him 10 minutes would take me an hour, and I'm not necessarily going to enjoy that, if I'm honest. So I do get Rich to do it. I told you, didn't I? I took my FN2 home the other week, and when I looked at it on the drive, I was like, someone's fitted my front number plates for me, and it was Keith. He'd done it days before. I hadn't even noticed. They were just sat around, and then he just like, I'll fit them, and he fitted them. They look lush. Matty, yeah. We love you, Matty. We love you, Matty. First day off in 11 days. Time to drive my FN2. Drive it straight down to Dynodaze, and let's have a chat. Come and have a cup of tea. Get in it. Come and get some free stickers. That'd be good. Come and get some free stickers for it. VTech time. Taking the kids to school. VTech time. So FN2 parts. So I'm going to need, I've got one rear wheel bearing in stock, so I need a rear bearing. I think this pen's had it. It doesn't. It's not flowing. This pen's going in the bin. Pow! Now I need to find another pen. Where did they all go? I don't understand. I mean, I know Rich goes on and on and on about this, but I don't understand where the pens actually do go. And I know I get the blame. For these pens going missing, but I really don't understand where they go. It's like there's a pen fairy, like an underpants gnome. 54, love to work on my own car, but there are times where I know my knees would be killing me. Oh, yeah, totally. I've got those knees from kneeling down, strapping cars on the dyno for the last 11 years. And that's something else, isn't it, with running a business? You're always learning. And anyone who says that they're not learning in business is dead. Because you've got to constantly adapt and learn. And if someone phones you up and they've got a legitimate complaint, then you've got to absorb that. I mean, you've got to take that on board. Now, a lot of companies just be like, get lost, mate. But even if I disagree, even if I were to disagree with a customer, I'd be taking that on board. Absolutely. And you've always got to learn. And we've been here doing this job, not here, but we've been doing this for 11 years. And we sort of figured out what we should be worrying about and what we shouldn't be worrying about. So a really good example of this is back in the day, when the Focus ST owners were getting stickers put on the side of the car that said, I don't know, Puma build 400 on the side of their cars, and then they were putting the cars on the dyno, the 340 brake horsepower. It used to worry me and upset me that people would go online and say, oh, their dyno's no good. The dyno is just a tool for measuring power at any particular point in time. And we used to worry about it. And we did. And we spent countless hours and hours and hours explaining how dynos work and explaining that this is that. And this is why this company's figure is bizarre. This is why this company's figure is always exactly the same. And this is why this company's figure is inflated. And we used to do that a lot. We used to spend a lot of time doing it. And it was back in the day when Facebook was the only avenue of marketing for us, because, as you guys know, we're a tiny company, a tiny little business. And so we only had marketing. We had to use free marketing. We had to use Facebook. And I don't even think Instagram was a thing at the time. So you'd go on Facebook, you'd run a Focus ST. It was stage 3 billion, and he was expecting 340 brake or something, and he had a standard turbo which could only flow like 300 brake or something. And he'd be slagging us off, slagging the dyno off, and we used to really worry about it. We used to really think, oh, we've got to talk to him. We've got to spend our time explaining how things work and explaining the dyno and looking at the guys that tuned it and why they didn't use a dyno to do it. And now we just no, we don't worry about that. We don't worry about that. We don't want to spend a second on it now. We wouldn't spend if somebody brought a car to the dyno and it didn't make the power they expected, we would not spend 1 second thinking about that. That's just, that car's not made that power. That is matter closed. Or on the flip side of things, if a car turns up and he thinks it's got 200 brake and it makes 217 brake and he's made up, same thing. Don't care. It's the same. It's exactly the same. We wouldn't spend a second thinking about it. It's literally just, that's a service. It costs you 40 quid. That's your result. That's your piece of paper. And we wouldn't think about it. Because we do have a business that if you wanted that power investigating, you can book it in. But if you don't want to book it in and you just want a power run, that's exactly what you get. But like I say, back in the day, we used to be worried about that, spend our time thinking about that and all sorts. And you learn. You learn to know what to worry about and know what not to worry about. Morning, lads. Morning, FN2. Have you ever mapped an EP3 with the standard airbox on? I'd say so. I'd say we have. One of the reasons why that would be a very rare scenario is because if somebody wants their car mapping, they're generally after power. Power on a K20 engine, like the EP3, comes from breathing. So the quicker you can get air in, the quicker you can get air out, the more efficient it becomes, the more power it will make. So generally, people don't go for a standard airbox. They're generally ready for matte because they've got all sorts of bolt-on mods. But the answer there, Billy, is I think we have. I think the power would have been quite restricted. So it wouldn't have been anything to particularly write home about, although there would have been some gains in the mid-range. But yes, we will do it. But you have to factor in the expense. So we're currently mapping EP3s on an exchange ECU for 700 quid, which is a bargain. I know it's 700 quid, but it is a bargain. Yeah, there is a lot of that. There is a lot of that. And I have been guilty myself of chasing horsepower figures. When we built the K20 Turbo Colt, my mandate was I want 401 brake horsepower. In my mind, 401 brake horsepower was not achievable on a forged engine Colt CZT, no matter what you did. No matter what you did, no one was getting 401 brake horsepower from a Colt CZT engine. That was my thing that was in my head. So I wanted 401. We finished on 460, but I'd have been disappointed with 399. So we are all guilty sometimes of chasing figures, and I've been there and I've done that. Especially, I've done it recently with my FN2. Chased figures. Never been disappointed because I drive it and I know that it's better and I can feel that it's better. But sometimes everybody's guilty of wanting pub talk. Everyone's guilty of wanting to shout figures out and stuff. So even I've done that. But you have to remember that me and Richard spent a lot of money going to different dynos when we were younger, and we were paying out hand over fist on a Saturday afternoon to dyno our cars because we modified them or we tuned them again or whatever. So before we owned a dyno, me and Rich spent a lot of money going to Dynodaze, rolling road days. And that's somewhat where it came from. The whole business idea came from. But not modified. Hello, how are you? I hope you're well. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hello, Stephen. Hope you're well. What are you doing today, mate? I hope you're doing something productive. Lower VTEC point, even on a stock EP3, got to be good for feeling punchier. Interesting there. Now, there's a difference between having more power and it feeling punchier. Now, Honda actually kind of mapped it originally so that you feel a lull in power before it punches through the ceiling with VTEC. And what we do is we actually take that, almost smooth that out, but it gives us way more power. So I think when you were on it, it would definitely feel better. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely better than mid-range. One of the reasons why I mapped my FN2 is I thought it was lacking in the mid-range. And when we mapped it finally, it transformed it. It was like having that confidence to be in the correct gear to overtake. It was like, you've got to go from non-mapped to mapped to understand what I'm talking about. Morning, Mr. Rose. How you doing, Nick? Hope you're well. What are you up to today? Hope you're doing something great. I think the weather's going to be all right today. I hope the weather's going to. If you're outside, stay safe. Mate, it's like with supercharger mine. I don't care what it makes as long as it drives wicked and sounds a beast. Yeah, well, that is it, man. You are an enthusiast. You're not just after figures. And I'd love to see it on the dyno when it's done. Have a great day, Flawless Culture. Thanks for joining us, mate. Looking forward to seeing some more content from yourself. So stay safe. Everybody go follow Flawless Culture's YouTube channel. Let's go and do that. Pa-pow, pa-pow. Likes, thumbs up and all that. If you haven't already given me a thumbs up, let's have a thumbs up. It is quarter to 9 this morning. I'm still drinking my tea that Uncle Keith made me. And we're talking, I think it looks like we're talking EP3s and FN2s this morning. But I've got a lot to say about Colt CZTs as well this morning. Because like I say, we have booked our first Colt CZT into Uncle Keith's paint shop for a full respray. And I am chomping at the bit, and I'm drooling to see this because I've never had a Colt painted. And I just think, you know, they deserve it. They're a little bit tired, and they're going to deserve the paint. And like when the S15 came out in the sunshine, it was gorgeous. I can't wait to see a Colt CZT fully resprayed, fully fresh, rolling out of Uncle Keith's paint shop, looking $1 million. I'm really excited and really looking forward to it. Oh, I want to do a bomb dropper video. Well, you get yourself down to Dynodaze on a Saturday after Uncle Paul sorted it out, and we'll do that. That would be amazing. Amazing. Yeah, we do love FN2s and Championship Whites. Matty, I'm looking at yours, and I'll be honest with you. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I better do that, actually. I've got some emails to read. No one's responded to me. Oh well, that's on my list of things to do today. I need some parts to Jap. I'm just making notes. Some of you may have noticed that I trimmed my beard somewhat. Do you know what I've not done yet? I've not checked my eBay. I'm just going to click it. I'm just going to have a look to see. And now I'm sure my middle daughter Margaret doesn't watch these YouTube videos, but I'm just going to tell you anyway. It's her birthday soon, and I'm trying to buy a medieval lute for her birthday, and it's proving quite difficult. So if anybody knows anything about musical instruments, please PM me. I'm trying to buy a lute because she's very, very talented on the guitar, but she's played Skyrim medieval tunes on her acoustic guitar, and I think they'd sound better on a lute because that is if you play Skyrim, you know what I'm talking about. But if you don't, it's basically a medieval guitar that sounds cool or oldie worldy. So I'm trying to find a lute. Simon Pegg. Well, he's not a bad looking bloke, is he? Etsy. I don't know what that is. Etsy. See, I found one. But it's called a mandolin, and I don't think that's the same as a lute. But it looks like what I think a lute looks like. Shall I? Oh, sod it. Shall I just show you what I'm talking about? I'll just show you what I'm talking about. See this? We're waffling on today, but let's do this. Okay, so that is the kind of thing I'm trying to buy her for her birthday. But that, I believe, is a mandolin and not a lute. I don't know. Thanks, mate. Thanks. I wish I was as funny as him. Same person. Yeah, I do like his movies. A Scotty from Star Trek. So what's not to like about that? So this is a mandolin, and I think it's not what I'm after, but I think it looks like that, a lute. So so that's what I'm trying to achieve. But that's like $250 US and 200. I think it's £200 shipping. Can somebody tell me whether a lute and a mandolin are the same thing? I'm going to Google it. Lute, mandolin. Oh, mandolin, lute audio. Lute. Cheapest mandolin. Oh. There we go. What is the difference between a lute and a mandolin? This is not performance cars. This is what is the difference between a lute and a mandolin? Both are plucked instruments of the lute family, but there are many differences. Generally speaking, lutes are bigger than mandolins. Even small size of the lute exists. Lutes have an average length. Okay. Lutes from India. Okay. Oh. There's no E. Oh, they're tuned differently. A mandolin is in the lute family. Okay, that's enough of that. Yes, that's enough of that. So anyway, sent a pic on Etsy, Danny. Some on there are like 65 quid. Okay, that's cool. Thanks, Matty. I appreciate that a lot. She's quite difficult to buy for, my middle daughter. Oh, yeah, I forgot you're not on Facebook, are you? Are you back on Facebook yet, Matty, or not? That one's £710 at the top there, Matty. That one's 215 quid. That's not so bad, is it? 140 customizable. I think I'd probably like an antique one, you know, something that's only going to increase in value, perhaps. Search for Thoman UK. They have a load of types of lute. Thoman UK. Okay. Oh, we're getting back. We're getting off the subject now, but sod it. We're here, ain't we? Montsouc, France. Oh, that's nice. That'd do, Matty. Nice one. Yeah, I'm just looking at this Thoman. Yeah, that's nice, Matty. Right, so that's Etsy. Etsy, great Moroccan lute. Etsy. What is Etsy then? It's like eBay. Explore one-of-a-kind finds for one-of-a-kind people. That's cool. Okay. And this is called a great Moroccan. Can spell Moroccan. Oh yeah. Add to basket. How big is it? Oh, it's perfect. Okay, well, it's got some reviews. It looks the part. Maybe. I'll look at it. It's mostly handcrafted stuff from smaller stores. That's cool. Maybe I'm gonna yeah. I'm gonna look. Free UK delivery. That's actually gorgeous. That's nice. I've got to make a decision on this stage. Right, stop doing that now. Stop shopping. Stop shopping. You may notice that I've got my 4G UK hoodie on, donated by our Nails, who was throwing away all of his clothing, and I was like, I'll have that. So 4G UK is a group that Richard was in as a younger man when he was turboing his Civics and things like that. Great bunch of people. I think it's how we met Eden at Gizfab originally, a long time ago. I have finished my cuppa, which is lovely. Right, next up on my hot list of things that I've got to do. So FN2 parts. Oh yeah, look at eBay. My eBay selling. What went down last night? Orders. Anything or nothing? Yep. Yeah, boy. Few order details. So I've been I'm trying to shy away somewhat from eBay and listing the stuff on my website. The second one I sent you looks way better. Yeah, I'm looking through them, Matty. I haven't really got a budget, to be fair, but like I say, I don't mind spending for the right one. If it's an antique as well, you know, she's very arty and she'll look after it. So yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so I'm trying to get away from what's the part number on that? TS201364. Trying to get somewhat away from eBay. So I've been listing stuff on my website, and that's not been as easy as you would probably imagine. Right, what am I doing there? I need my email. Who's actually at work today? Hey, morning all. Sorry you've been active much. I've been really ill with COVID. Oh man, I hope you're feeling better. Still waiting on you to better graphics we get over. Yes. 3 morph logos. I'm really gonna try. I'm really gonna try that, brother. But get well soon, man. Hope you are on the mend, like you say, because that's exactly what's needed. He's in and out, Gary, isn't he, today? In and out, shake it all about. Right. Now, what was I doing just then? Brain fart. Brain ache. So, yes, that's right. Compose. He had a we've got a Piper cross filter warranty to do for an Audi A3. It's basically fell apart, this Piper cross filter. It's a panel filter, and it goes in the standard airbox of an Audi A3. Now, this is running big power, this car. And it's basically just stripped it from one side of the filter. So where it would suck, it's come away from the filter. So we're trying to sort that out today, trying to make sure that Piper cross filters warranty is in place. And what I think I'm probably going to have to do is I'm going to have to probably buy another one to send to the customer. And then when that one comes back, I'll send that back and get a credit, and then we're all square. So I think that's how that's gonna work. I don't have a lot to do with Piper Cross, if I'm honest, and the reason for that is when I started business many years ago, I personally was only really interested in my Mitsubishi Colt CZT, and the Piper Cross filter for the Colt CZT is awful. It is the worst thing I've ever seen. Yeah, we totally put them in the bin. So I've never really had anything to do with Piper Cross. That's the filter company, and not to be confused with the exhaust and the manifold and the cam company, Piper, because they are insanely brilliant. Piper are a British company, and they are brilliant. Dynodaze. But the filters, Piper Cross filters, well, the only experience I've got of them so far is I don't like them. Now, obviously, the customer is someone that I know, and he knew that we had access to them, and he wanted one. So I am trying to sort it out. Hey, buddy, paste full address to clipboard. Where's that go? Why is that there? No. I should have my glasses on. Funny story. I was at the doctor's after work yesterday because I stood on a nail and I thought I might need a tetanus shot. And they said, the doctors, we don't do that. Why don't you do that? You're a doctor. Someone in here can give me a tetanus shot. No, you have to go accident emergency. And I was like, no chance. No, I'll just die of tetanus then. Apparently you only need one every 10 years anyway, so I'll probably be fine. Got bit by a dog about 10 years ago and had a tetanus shot. Morning, mate. I hope you have a great day. Thanks, man. That's lovely, isn't it? Gareth at Expression Cultures just texted me to wish me a great day. And I've just realised that I've responded, thanks, man. And what I needed to say was, you have a great day too, buddy. Civic Hybrid live for everyone. Honda UK Facebook. What? Civic Hybrid live reveal on Honda UK Facebook today. Cool. So Honda UK are releasing some Civic Hybrid thing today at 9:30 on the Honda Facebook page, which is nice. I want my bloody hoodies. Hit the like button. Brilliant. Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah, I would like some likes. That would be pretty cool. Send. I get so many Chinese companies trying to sell me stuff all day, every day. They've even started ringing the telephone from China. Let's see. Receipt for your Apple services. Print that. I was watching a YouTube channel that I love called Exploring with Fighters last night with our Winifred. It was on about 7 o'clock. I don't know whether any of you guys watch Explorer with Fighters. Dan Dixon, his name is. He's a nice lad. He's into his JDM cars. He's got a GTR Skyline. He's got. He's a nice lad. Very humble, which is why I like to watch him. But basically, they just go out exploring random stuff, and I get to watch it from the comfort of my living room, as opposed to having to go and fall through ceilings and things. So if you ever get a chance, go and check out Explorer with Fighters. Really, really good stuff. Why is this printer not working? I don't think Rich is coming in. So I'm going to drink his tea. You watch. I'll start drinking this tea and Richard will be here. Oh, really sweaty armpits. Is that the one that went live last night? I think they were in France. I think I've seen a baguette vending machine in that video. A vending machine on the side of the street, like you might get a Coke can machine in the street, but this was a baguette vending machine. The French love it, don't they? Absolutely love it. Crazy, crazy, crazy. What else? Okay. We should go up there, Modfix, and just get in a video. Trouble is, they do so much stuff at night time, don't they? At like 3 a.m. and I've like been asleep for like 6 hours by then. Right, I think that is, what's that question? Don't really want to answer that. Your item is sold. Okay, good, good. Build your dream band. What? No. Apple ID. Yeah, got that. We sent your payout. Thanks. That's brilliant. Parcel over. Project 24. Weekly digest. Product updates from Airtech. Okay, that's good. New lower price. Quick shifts for Toyota Yaris's Airtech are making. That's pretty cool. I've seen a lot about that. Now, his name's Anthony, ain't it? Proving Demons. I see them have a massive fallout, and actually thought that that might have been a bit of make believe to sort of boost YouTube views. I don't quite know what that was all about, but I do follow it. The youngest watches it all the time. Yeah, I always got Andrew, yeah. I mean, like I say, when I've interacted with him, he's always seemed like a really pleasant and humble guy. But obviously, so is Dan. And if they fell out, because they were doing everything together, weren't they? We're doing everything together, and if they fell out, it's likely to be over success. It's more likely to be a fallout over someone getting more money than somebody else than it is a real thing. But like, I think I read that they were threatening each other and all sorts of shit. Oh, sorry, I only watched one side of that, and it was Dan's side, Explorer with Fighters, and he tried to be as transparent as possible. If you guys don't know what we're talking about another YouTube channel called Explorer with Fighters, and there's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of them that all do things together, and they've all got their own YouTube channel, but they all end up at the same place, and they all make a YouTube video of wherever they're exploring at the same time. And they were good. I think they were quite good, quite close friends, but I think you could see that one person was probably going to be more successful than somebody else, and perhaps that's why they fell out. See, with me and YouTube, again, and much the same as Dynodaze as a business, which this is just because I enjoy doing it. I'm not trying to be a YouTube. I'm not trying to be a YouTuber. Does that make sense? Like, I'm here because you guys are here, and if you guys weren't here, would I still be here speaking to the screen? Probably, actually, I probably would. I've done live chats before in the past when I was testing things, and there's been like I'd been on for 3 hours and only spoke to 2 people. So, Josh is the American kid, ain't he? Flex. Now I speak to Flex. I like Flex a lot. He's got a Scooby, or certainly his dad had a Scooby. I speak to Flex a lot. He is one of the most down to earth people you'll ever meet. Flex. He's a nice guy. You've got to understand that sort of YouTube stuff is sports entertainment. That kind of stuff with Flex and Dan, Explorer Fighters, Proven Demons. There's another one out there, isn't there? Who's the guy with the glasses that does paranormal stuff? I can't remember what his name is now. But you've got to know that it's sports entertainment, and if they hear a noise, it's entertaining you. It's not because they actually believe in demons and believe in ghosts. They don't. It's just entertainment, and you have to take it that way. There is a guy. There is a guy that knows them, called another guy called Dan, and I think that is Exploring with Dan, and he actually did capture a ghost of a nun. He actually did. It's quite a famous video that everybody, all the other YouTubers like Slapped Ham, people like that, they've all actually gone and used this piece of footage that he captured. Yeah, so there's but there's some of the channels that I watch. I watch others. I watch true crime stuff. I watch David Pallades, which is his missing 4400. I watch Coast to Coast AM, which is a radio show in America about paranormal stuff. I watch Secure Team 10. Do you watch that? Secure Team 10 is about UFOs mainly, paranormal stuff. But then I'll watch all of you guys with your FN2s and Cowboy and Cardaris. But if you look at my YouTube subscriber list, it is mad. It does look like I'm mad. And if they are using algorithms to find crazy white folk, then it's me that they would find when looking for through YouTube subscriptions. They'd be like, he's mental. He believes in ghosts and zombies and vampires and cyborgs and artificial intelligence trying to kill us, UFOs and poltergeists. Did I say werewolves? I believe in all of that. I believe it. I believe in all of that. That's why one of the vehicles that I want to own is a bug out vehicle. It's like a Toyota Hilux, but with lamps on it and fuel tanks on it, and like a Defender, like a Land Rover Defender, with carbon fiber or Kevlar sheeting to make it bulletproof, polycarbonate glass, those sorts of armored. Yeah, that is a vehicle that I want. It doesn't have to be fast. It just has to be able to go anywhere, through edges, through fields, through bushes, through fences, through walls. It just has to go wherever I want it to go. And when I get there, it needs to be pretty camouflaged and it needs to be pretty self-contained, so that it's a camper as well, so I can boil up a nice cup of tea, I can sleep in it. I want netting on it so I can hide it. Great big mud tires on it. Loads of cargo room for extra fuel, extra diesel. Storage space for food and water, and an indestructible engine, something that's going to run on diesel, any diesel I can find, something that would run on old engine oil, like a Ram Lupo on it, or ran the Caddy van. Really something that is something you could bug out. So if you don't watch prepping shows, or if you've ever seen the TV show Preppers, it's basically in the result, in the event of a catastrophic problem, like a solar flare takes out all the electricity, a zombie apocalypse, a pandemic, a proper one, or something like that, something where pow, we've got a problem, something that I can get in, I can get people in, and we could just go and disappear and wait it out. I have been known in the past, when I had my crazy episode in 2011, to bury food, and I have got food buried. It's probably going to be old now, but it's in tins. But I have always really, really thought about prepping and stuff like that. And if you only look at the last couple of years where people thought that'll never happen, and it did. That's the kind of thing. That's the kind of thing people are prepping for now. Admittedly, you have a much better chance of being a prepper if you're in America, because the land mass is immense. If you only look at that kid that went missing in Nevada, is it Nevada? Recently, he lived in a camper van, which was literally 40k away from anything around him. He owned 300. He was 18, and he owned 300 acres of land himself, and he was there on his own. If anyone is getting abducted by aliens, it was him. if you believe in aliens abducting people, or if you believe it's just the American government doing it. Yeah, go off grid and survive. That is what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, man. I'd love one. I've got bulletproof vests. I've got a ballistic vest. Now, I actually thought it was in the boot of my Evo, but it's not in there. So that means it's in my attic. But yes, I have got an actual genuine SWAT team bulletproof vest, which is ridiculous. When the reason that I bought that was when I thought there was going to be a full scale alien invasion, and aliens won't fire bullets, will they? Let's be honest, they'll be firing plasma cannons or heat rays. So my bulletproof vest wasn't going to do very much. So yes, but it was one of those things that I was like, I need that bulletproof vest because I don't have one. I bought a chainsaw because Ash from the Evil Dead had one, and I thought, well, I've seen how many zombies he's got through. I've seen how many bad guys he's got through with a chainsaw. I will buy a chainsaw. And then never started it because I thought I'd just cut my fingers off. So I had it all. I had the chainsaw, had all the oils ready and stuff. Never bothered with it. Just it sat there, like in case I needed a chainsaw, I had a chainsaw. But it's all good. Crossbow. Now, I've got a friend who's an archer, and I've always been very interested in that sort of stuff. So I would probably like a crossbow. I know someone who, say, know someone. I heard a story of someone crossbowing a cat to a shed door, and I never wanted a crossbow after that. After I'd heard that story, which was horrendous, I never wanted a crossbow after that. I just thought it was like a horrible thing to have after that guy had done that thing. So, but I would like one now. Now I think about it. Morning, Vish. Yeah, towing stuff. But that's why, I think I do. I really do think I want this big bug out vehicle, but one of my cars would have to give. And which one would it be? It's not going to be the Evo. It can't be the Red Coal. That only leaves the FN2, and I can't see me ever getting rid of that. And the CRZ, that's not going to pay for a bug out vehicle, but it's my most economical ride at the moment until the brown coal is done. So I don't know. It's just a dream. It's just a dream. I know the kind of vehicle that I want, and it'd be nice because it'd be a project that you would build up over time, wouldn't it? You would make it your vehicle, your bug out vehicle. You would know where you're going to store things in it and stuff. That's pretty easy. That's pretty easy. Me and Rich considered many years ago that we were just going to smoke some old Saxos around the track, and if we roll them and destroy them, that's the end of that. So a Saxo with a cage or a Clio with a cage, job done. Both cars great for track days. The Clios on the track are immense. It's like the minis, the R53s and things like that. They don't half do well around a track. That might be something to consider because they're cheap now, aren't they? Clios have always been cheap, but the minis are getting cheap. Yeah. Getting it there back with your trailer, I get that. But then if you choose the right vehicle, you can daily the vehicle that is capable of towing. Although I would stay away from the Mitsubishi L200 because I had one of them and it was appalling on fuel. Appalling. Sick car, cup cars. Yeah. Hey Jensen, how you doing? I hope you're well. Yes, good morning. I missed that, my friend. Yes. Good morning. Hope you're well. Looking forward to seeing you soon, man. It's 20 past 9. My phone hasn't rang yet. Should leave with us today. Emily Ransom. Okay, that's brilliant. Right, mark that as dispatched. Overview. Orders. Mark as dispatched. Mark as dispatched. that big GFB thing. Mark has dispatched. That's that done. Teen Springs. Mark has dispatched. Okay. That just leaves those. Brilliant. Next up. Yeah, I've got to print off an order. That one. Print that. I've got to do some orders today. Clear with a K-swap would be immense. Anything with a K-swap. I love it when you see people hating on Honda K-swaps. Like, you don't understand what's going on. If you can hate a K-swap anything, then you just don't understand. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. I think I don't know whether I want some breakfast this morning or not. I might get some breakfast. I don't really think you guys want to watch me eat my breakfast, but if you're still here, I guess you will. Watch me doing that. Right, let's get this right then. So, first up is copy that. Where is my email? Compose. Email. Hey, Keith.
Yeah, I do because we received guests from NLP yesterday.
Thanks, mate.
It's for Dynodaze.
Oh yeah, he said I spoke to Jamie and he said he understands that there's material. He doesn't expect anyone to be doing anything for free.
Oh yeah.
So he understood this, and I explained that, and that's a good fucking guess because I said 50 quid.
Yeah.
I said basically.
Because I mean, we've got to buy the stuff to have even just to have a go at it.
That's what I said.
We've got to buy some stuff.
So I said, if we only do one and you don't like it, or we don't like it, or whatever, we end up not doing the rest of the job, you're going to owe that.
Yeah.
But I said, if we do it and you like it, then that's going to cover more than one.
Yeah, that's
one
right.
Bit. So
that's right. I've done one piece with a tiny little amount.
So like a tenth of that.
Yeah. So what we bought will probably do all of it, but you've got to buy that to have a go at one piece.
Explain to me,
like what we've done.
Matte lacquer.
Basically, you lacquer it. It goes on shiny, but as it dries, it mats off.
That's a matte finish.
And it gives you instead of having a gloss.
How can it even do that?
Yeah.
How can that even work? That's chemical.
It's just the
magic.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, that's way beyond me. I mean, I'll just put it on. Obviously, that's down to the people that make it, and it does what it's meant to do. And then you can buy semi-clear, so it'll. I know you're going to make a reference to semi.
I was waiting. I was just waiting.
Yeah, so it'll go. It'll matte off a little bit, but it's still got a bit of a sheen on it.
A sheen.
Well, this should matte completely off.
So
when you put it on and it does look glossy, but as it dries, it completely mattes.
Oh, right, cool, man.
But we've had to put the black tint in with it as well.
Is that what you're doing today? Doing that?
I've done that one piece.
What do you reckon? Or you've got to wait?
It sort of, to me, it replicates the original piece that we've got. It's down to him though, isn't it?
Yeah.
To sort of like,
that'll do.
If you do all of them like that, I'm happy. Or no, I'm not, that's not what I imagine.
Because I suppose
it looks like how I imagine it to look.
If they all get done the same, it'll look mint.
That's right. And if they're all exactly the same, I've mixed it off a formula off the screen,
so you can mix that.
So every time I do it, it'll be the same.
Do you want this?
Yeah. It's not like I've not just gone
tic-tac-toe.
Yeah. No, you get what I mean? Yeah. I've mixed it to measurements off the computer.
Yeah, so you know, like 10% of this, 20%.
Yeah, with a tinted. What I've done is I've took Mazda Soul Red, which has got a tinted red clear, so it has a clear coat, and then you put so many grams of the tinted, the tinted additives on the bottom that we've got for the lacquers. It was like 2.6 grams in 100 ml. Yeah. So if I mixed a litre, it'd tell you. So we're not just guessing. We're not just going. Yeah. Oh, I'll just put a bit of black in there. Oh, that looks all right.
That looks. No. You can replicate it.
It's an actual measurement. So
that's what science is all about: replicating results, my friend.
Oh yeah, there's things that I don't. Far too technical.
Far too technical. Hey, I tagged those companies in that you told me to tag on Instagram.
Oh yeah.
I don't think they came back, but we should do that on our
tag Cyrox.
We should do that on our posts
because
eventually they'll see it.
Yeah.
Eventually they'll see it.
I mean, Cyrox. That's the paint. It's made by Exalta.
Yeah. Yeah. Eventually they'll see it. I'm sure of it. Good little photograph, that, ain't it?
Yeah, that was. I thought that was a good photo.
Yeah, I thought so.
Be a nice video as well. That.
Yeah. It'll be a long one, you know.
Yeah, we didn't stop talking, did we?
No, yeah.
Well,
that's what
longer to do the video than it did to do the work.
I know, that's what we're best at.
On the thing where we're doing.
He is a magician. I tell you, he is a magician. Black. FMD VRSR black. Okay. We can do that. No. Paste. Thanks. That's part one of that order done. Okay. Yes, that's something I've got to do. So remind me. If I'm offering discount codes on the website, I must make sure that I get those discount codes to people, because I have to then make sure that my website is displaying retail prices, because some of the prices I've got on there are already discounted to where I think they want to be. But I can't then, if they're already discounted, I can't then offer a discount code for an item that's already discounted, because that might be the difference between making a profit or not. So what I need to do is I need to go through the website. I need to get the retail prices bang on, and then make sure that my current customers and my owners club groups, like the love of the FN2 group and the love of the EP3 group, make sure that they've got those codes. So that's a task to do today. So let's write that down now. I've said it. People love discount codes, but what that will appear is that I've put the price up. That's what it's going to look like to the untrained eye. It's going to look like I've put the price up to offer a discount. Theoretically, that's correct. However, my retail prices on there currently are less, on a lot of items are less than what they should be. Yeah. So Scorpion. Where's everybody watching from at the moment? Say hello in the comments. Where are you watching from? I know there's 15 people there, so thanks for watching. If you haven't already given us a thumbs up, please do so. We're just having a bit of a long one today. Yeah, they are. That exhaust is 200 pound to shoot. Yeah, it's not now. I've changed it now, Matty. I know that you appreciate that there's only me here to do this work. So if I've got 3,000 items and particular companies are bad for sending me emails telling me that their prices have changed, a particularly good one that's bad is Scorpion. They don't tell me that the prices have changed, and they say they do, and they don't. Right. Products. Colt. And that is a non-resonated. Monaco trim. SMT 013. SMT 013. SMT 013. No, non-res. Or you can have one of them. That's a basket. Basket. Right. Check out. Continue. Hello from Nottingham. Great stuff. Both of you in Nottingham. You might as well have dinner together. Then use about the Dynodaze air intake for the FN2 Dutch guy in Italy. There's a video, and we decided on the FN2 that we have to fit it on the car. It's different to the EP3. We need to modify the car ever so slightly to make that work. So there's no real. Whilst we can make one, it wouldn't be the one that goes into the wing like on my car, because you have to modify the car to do that. So it made it a little bit less likely to happen on the website for mail order. But if you did want Richard to make you a 3-inch one up, much the same as we do on the EP3s, then drop me a message on Facebook. We'll get Richard to do it for you. Nice one, Lefty. Thank you, buddy. Surrey, what's the weather like there? Casey Kelly, hey man, London. I hope the weather's good there. Wiltshire Island. Oh, very good. Very good. Yeah, so people all over the shop there. Sometimes we have some Americans in here, which is nice. Big fan of America. I want to use a new address, says Daniel. Postal code. Let's do one of my orders for Squawking Exhaust. Nothing too interesting here. Shall I eat my breakfast? I'm just really wondering whether I'm going to eat my breakfast in front of you or not. I don't think I want to do that. Yeah, I don't think you need to see me eating. I don't want to see me eating. And I would. Why can't I spell that? STATION. Does it look like? That'd be my dyslexia. Email. Sorry's not bad. What is your breakfast? I'm thinking a bacon sandwich, if I'm honest. Sorry's not bad today, mate. My background's New Jersey, lol. Into Hondas from younger mate. How much fun? How much fun? How much fun? Did you run out of text speak? Right, email. M-A-E. Telephone number 078. Get one. Go and make yourself one. You sat at home in your pants mod fix. 260 quid, Lefty. And if you come here, we can fit that as well for the 260 quid. Just for you. Here's a question for you. What county is Bristol in? Anyone? What county is Bristol in? Are we booked up for this week? I would say so. I think we're booked up till the 15th of July, but let me have a look. Right, so that's today. Daniel fees. EP3. We can do Thursday. There's a slot. There's a slot on Thursday, Lefty, if you want one. It requires you calling me and paying a deposit. But if you want a slot on Thursday, we do have a space. Somerset, Bristol, Somerset, Bristol, Gloucestershire. Come on, I can't have contradictory answers here. I'm taking someone's word for it. Mod it. Get it mapped for sure. Right, let's Google it. See as you guys are giving me silly answers. Bristol County. What county is Bristol in? Bristol is its own county. What? Is Bristol in Somerset? The city lies between Somerset and Gloucestershire and has been politically administered by both counties in the past various times. However, Bristol is historically a county in its own right and properly entitled the City and County of Bristol. We are learning stuff today. We are learning stuff. Can you believe that? I can't even believe it. Here's what Google says. Here's what Google says. So, back to what I was doing. And it is its own county. So as long as we've got the street road correct, we're done. Pass of us. I'll tell you what I'm going to have to do. Sometimes couriers won't deliver and they won't collect if that door's shut because they think no one's here. I know we do, don't we? Ba 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 ba. I've got the cold sweats. I didn't eat very much yesterday. Where's my wallet? I'm going to need that. Oh, no, I don't think I do, actually. I just think I need a number. Right. There it is. Una momento. Ba, 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 ba. Where's my breakfast? Yes, you do learn something new every day. Every day is a school day, and that's the way I look at it anyway. Info at Dynodaze. I wish I hadn't had decided on such a long email address. Info at Dynodaze Performance Parts.com. Remap on an FN2 is £600 using the Equitech software. That's custom tuned live on the dyno. If you follow the YouTube channel, you've seen quite a few of those videos. That's that order processed. It's cooking on gas. Come on. Right. Now I need to look at my email. Done that. Inbox. Into parcel. No. No. Project 24. Right. Blue Spark. No. We've sent a payout. Good. Debut. Serve your best trade. No. Pontiac Catalina Ventura Big Block 6.6 Auto American Muscle Pillarless Coupe is yours for just £29,999. A Pontiac Catalina. I believe I have caught up with all of my orders. Can you believe that? I really do think that's what I've done. This is great news. This is great news. Yeah, give me a shout, man, to book in. We'd love to see you. You know we would. Here's a DPD driver. Is he coming here? No, it doesn't look like it. Performance. Log in. Oh, what? Everything wants to text your phone a code these days, doesn't it? To log into anything. What happens if you didn't have a phone? I dream of the day I don't have to have a phone. What's life like owning a garage and a workshop? And a paint shop. Rewarding, hard work, but rewarding. If you're humble enough, you realise that you are living the dream, that this is what you wanted to do with yourself forever. So blessed. That's what it's like. It's like being blessed, because obviously you get to do what you want to do all day, every day. And while some of it can be stressy because you've got bills to pay, you've got people to pay, you've got rent and insurance and all these things that make you feel sick paying out, accountants fees. That's all the business side of it, and you have to just accept that. But when you get to see great cars all day, because it's not just our garage, is it? Or our workshop, it's Dynodaze. It's like cool stuff. It's cars that I love, and seeing things improve. You know, sometimes like the workshop over the road is just an MOT garage. They get to see all sorts of boring crap. And when people get told they need a tyre or some brakes or the exhaust hanging off, they don't want to pay for none of that because it's an MOT. They don't want to service their cars. They don't want to spend the money. Here, when people turn up, they want to pay for a new shiny part, and they want to pay for a map, and they want to pay for new immaculate bodywork. It's amazing. It's a great feeling. It's a great feeling. I'm very, very blessed, and I hope my colleagues also feel the same. I'm sure they do. Yeah, sometimes. I mean, I'm totally unemployable now. Totally unemployable. I couldn't deal with being told what to do. I'm not sure I've seen one, if I'm honest. So that would be one for perhaps expression culture. Gareth, he's very knowledgeable on his Honda stuff when it comes to models and variants. He's very, very. So go follow Gareth at Expression Culture. Say Danny sent you. Right. Delivery report. How can I do this? Yeah, I think I'm going to go and have my breakfast, guys. But that was a nice, long little live, wasn't it? I'm going to go and see what Uncle Keith is doing, and then I'm going to do some web shop work. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for stopping by this morning. It's been a bit of a longer live than normal, but it's great to see you guys. If you need anything, give us a shout. I don't know. I don't know the answer. I don't know the answer to that right this second. He's. I don't think he's in today. I really don't. I never looked at the diary, so I didn't know. But I drank his tea, so I shall enjoy the rest of the day. You two guys have a great day. Enjoy the weather if it's nice. Be nice to people. Say positive things to people all day. Be nice. Be that one person that was nice to somebody today, because you never know the people that you're talking to. No, but they might be having a bad day, and a little smile from you guys or a compliment that might help them out no end. So be good to people. Peace out. See you a bit later on. I might be back after my breakfast, depending on what I'm doing. So yeah, peace out, and we'll see you all very soon. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for watching. We'll definitely see you in the morning.